half a day, and welcome to Foodie Call. It is still February right now when we are recording, and today I have someone who I'm very excited about, who a fellow foodie, I guess, here at KUAM. And honestly, Derrick, I have been waiting. It's almost been a year since we started Foodie Call, and you've never been on the show.
Dang, yeah, a year already?
Yeah, well, just about a year.
I've always wanted to be on it because I listen to it regularly, and now I'm honored because you handpicked me. And I'm very honored to be here because I love food, and I know you do too. So and
not to say bad things about my coworkers or other people who don't love food as much as I do, but I know that you're passionate about it, and you're an athlete, right?
Yeah.
But you still eat.
Yeah. So I work out to eat. So,
that's kind of a theme here. I've heard at
yeah. I mean, I don't think that there's any other way. I work out to eat because I love eating a lot of junk food and just everything, so I have to find that balance.
I'm also a big junk food eater, and that's what my mom says. She's a junk food eater. I don't have to eat a full meal. I can just eat chips.
Oh man, I love chips. Yeah, but that'll be another.
That is going to be actually another episode.
Awesome.
And my wife Terry said that's the episode she wants to be on because she loves chips too. But she's always dieting, so I don't know. We'll see how that works. Are you on any particular diet this month?
Nothing this month. But right now, I was trying to, because the holidays were so harsh to me. I cut back a little bit on some carbs, but when you told me about this podcast, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna give myself a freebie today. So, because desserts, I love desserts. That's
the problem with dieting and certain times of the year, because the new year you think that you would start. I'm going to start my diet, but what do you do on the new year? You celebrate as well.
That's true.
Right? You just came from eating Thanksgiving and Christmas, and then the New Year, you're still celebrating.
Yeah.
And then Valentine's Day, you never really get a break.
You don't get a break. You just don't. Especially on Guam. I mean, you know how hard it is to diet on Guam? You always have different obligations, and I don't know, just about discipline, I guess. And
that's truly, of course, that's going to be another episode, but dieting and keeping to your diet on Guam. This is not the diet podcast. Yeah. But we have to understand moderation as well, and which brings us to our topic of today, which is the sweet side of things, desserts. I love desserts. Right? It's still February, so and actually today is Valentine's Day. You can listen to this podcast on any other day of the year, but as we are recording, it's Valentine's Day, so we don't want to neglect desserts, Yeah. And we're going to do desserts over and over and over on Foodie Call, just like we can do any other food over and over, because it's endless.
I love it. And please think about me on those future podcasts, because that's something I'd love to be a part of.
And there are
always. People,
right, who are who say oh, I don't have a sweet tooth, or I have a sweet tooth. Do you have a sweet tooth? You did say you love desserts.
I definitely have a sweet tooth. It's pretty bad. It started from candy, and then I just started branching out to other stuff, and I always have to have dessert, because a meal, when you eat a meal, right, a meal goes to your belly and you're full, but desserts go to your soul, right? So yeah.
I have to have dessert. Okay, I don't have to, but I'm kind of trained in my mind to have dessert even during lunchtime.
Really?
I have to have that sweet finish.
Something.
Right, even if it's a coffee or like a piece of candy or a sweet drink. Something to end that salty or savory meal and then balance it out with something sweet.
Yeah, what's your go-to?
My go-to is, I brought it today, Kay.
Oh.
I have my simple go-to, and we have brought, actually Derrick brought some items from kind of one of his favorite places to eat. Something here at the office, everyone goes around and says it's really funny, because I can never find these things outside of where they say they sell them.
Really?
Because they're always wiped out.
I understand.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you bring? And then I'll tell you what my go-to is.
All right. So I stopped by.
Where did you bring? Yeah. From where?
Oh, from where? I stopped by one of my favorite, or maybe possibly my favorite bakery on Guam, Gourmet Guam.
Where's that at, by the way?
Oh, they're located in Tamaning, right under Biology.
Okay, so that's my problem there now. I know Gourmet Guam supplies to Foodies, right?
They do.
So I go to Foodies, that's where I gas and stuff. So I have to, go inside
Yeah.
And I'm always looking for their stuff, but it's always sold out.
Yeah, it wipes out quick because their stuff is just, I mean, the convenience is really, it's awesome because when they used to just sell it out of their store, like their hours were just, you know, they're only open from, I think, 8 to 4 or 5, and close on Saturdays. But now that Foodies has it available, you know, it's so convenient now. Everyone's just, they're like, you know, hot items. So yeah.
So and we'll talk more about gourmet Guam because I have something that's similar to it, but just a different style. It's almost like we picked two kind of bakeries, battling it out. But we're not battling it out. We're just we're gonna try it all. Hopefully, our guest Joan Aguon Charfauros will come in.
Hopefully, yeah.
I really would like someone else to come in and chime in because it's like me versus you, but not really because all desserts can kind of live together here.
For sure.
And but my go-to, I'm going to start here. Because of our proximity, my go-to.
Oh man, the classic.
Now, I'm a little bit older than you, Derrick, although, you know, we look about the same age. But, okay, hold that.
The classic.
It is. Guys. I'm just going to drop this bag down here.
Guys.
McDonald's apple pie. I have a lot of memories about this apple pie, and I'm not sure if you knew this. Okay, this is a deep-fried apple pie. This is very much not for anybody on a diet. It probably isn't for anybody at all. But when I was probably like in middle school or a teenager, and just after that, they stopped having deep-fried apple pies. In fact, in the States, they might not even do this.
Are you serious?
Oh, you have your computer up and look at it.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
So for a little while, and I must have been a teenager, they swapped out the deep-fried classic apple pie for a baked apple pie.
They did.
It was not well received by most people, and I gotta tell you, after a while, I kind of dug it, though. I really started to like it. And then it wasn't too long ago, actually, I believe that they brought the deep-fried apple pie back.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm seeing the top article to pop up. It said the restaurant stopped selling them in 2003 because they never sold great and customers tended to think they were too expensive.
I don't know how that was possible.
You used to get 2 for 1. I don't know how expensive that, 2 for $1.
That's kind of crazy, right? But I know what I don't know when they began bringing it back into the mainstream, but I know on Guam it's been a while, and I've embraced it again. I remember when it came back, I was reluctant. Like, man, I kind of miss the more apple pie flavor of their regular baked pie. But there's do you eat this?
I love apple pie from McDonald's. I mean, when you go, there's always like I think in majority of the households on Guam, when someone knows that they're going to McDonald's, they're like, "Oh, can you get me an apple pie?" Right.
So, it's kind of the one thing I ask when I go to McDonald's, because we do this. We go to McDonald's at least once a week here. Okay. Just because of proximity, and we're busy people, right? Who isn't busy? But I offer apple pies because it's kind of the cheapest thing on the menu there. Yeah. But actually, it's very satisfying. It is. We are going to try it. We're going to talk about this apple pie just real quickly. So grab a plate.
Sure.
It's going to be a lot of eating today. At least taste testing.
Love it.
So, Joan Aguon Charfauros, I'm not sure where you are, but I hope you come by.
Yeah.
I know.
Try this apple pie.
We only have a... Okay. Now, bear with me here. Apple pie is a couple of hours old because...
I do not mind at all. I have a Chamorro immune system, so...
Here. You can just throw all this stuff away. All right, and you do have to you have to work your body up to those kinds of things.
The classic, man. The classic apple pie from McDonald's.
Well, I'm not going to eat this whole thing, or should I?
I almost used a fork and a knife to eat this, but who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? Pie.
So that's what it is. It's a hand pie. It's handheld. We don't really do a lot of hand pies in America for some reason, like and meat pies.
Oh man, yeah.
Turnovers, I guess those are hand pies.
Let's try it.
So you probably just need that bite.
Childhood. That tastes like childhood.
So, it's eat through 1:18 p.m. It doesn't tell me what time. It's still crunchy. The inside is a very classic apple pie filling and very basic.
Yeah.
What do you think about that apple? Them apples.
What I think about them apples, I mean, it's not bad for something that's fast food, right? Like, it's good. It's delicious. The texture, I think it could be, obviously, I hope it could be a little bit more crunchy.
Right, because of the, it's sitting.
Yeah, but
what happens when you immediately get it and then you eat it as soon as you get, you pay for it? You burn your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There is usually a warning here that's like, watch out, you're going to burn your face off. So that's our first offering.
I'm actually very curious because I tend to do this. The things that I enjoy is just to see how many calories is in an apple pie. I'm just very curious. Does it say it's on there?
No, it does not. No? But of course, they posted it up at McDonald's. They do not. It's not on the box. And but when you share it with friends, it's less calories.
That's true. Actually, there's 230 calories.
That's not actually terrible.
That's not bad. It's less than I thought.
There must be a lot of saturated fat in it, though, because
probably.
It's deep fried.
Yeah. Okay. What are we moving on to now?
Okay, so, that was the apple pie, and that is my go-to, my afternoon snack, at least once a week now. I really need to stop making this a habit. So tell us a little more about Gourmet Guam, because when I look at these desserts, gotta tell you, they look very homemade.
Yeah.
Now, that's not a bad thing. What I'm saying is that it really just looks like something I'd see at a party that my auntie would make, or not an unskilled chef, but I mean, what do we do at a party? We chow that.
Yeah.
We really go for it.
For sure. Yeah, so Gourmet Guam, right? And this is the story that I've heard. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. Comment below if I'm getting the story wrong. But what I heard is the owner, Reina, she started making these as a hobby, right? And people would go to her directly to order cakes because they were just so good for their parties, right? And then she just decided to open up her own shop. And she makes really good stuff. My favorite, hands down, out of every cake she makes is this one, the Tropical Delight. It has like some pineapple, some coconut. It's just so good.
Is that like a buttercream or a cream cheese?
I think it's like cream cheese, buttercream. Yeah, I mean, look at the color, right? I don't know, but it's just so good. And it's so good that I didn't never ask questions.
This is like a personal size.
Yeah, this is a personal size. Obviously, this comes in like a bigger, like a sheet, right? But these are the ones that you find at Foodies. You just grab and go. And, I'm driving home. I hit a red light, and I'm just like, so. So
I have a thing, too, a confession to make. I had another cake to bring here, or another dessert, but I ate it on my way to work. Uh-oh. Driving. Uh-oh. So that's going to have to be another episode.
Yeah. I guess we're the same in that sense, huh? Getting that sweet tooth, sweet fix.
So this is like just a cupcake version of it?
Yeah, it's a
and I guess
version.
that's what a cupcake is, right? It's just a smaller cake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. Should we try it?
Yeah, we should try it.
Let's do it.
I have my weird fork here. And I only have one napkin. Oh, no, we have two napkins here.
Cool. So this is my hands down, like I just said, this is hands down my favorite cake. Should we cut it or should we just dive in?
We can just dive in.
Let's dive in. All right.
And truly, we are just scratching the surface.
Oh, we are. We really are.
I have to say something about Guam's dessert scene. It is crazy. We have from home cook type deal, at Chamorro desserts, Filipino desserts. Oh my gosh, this past weekend I don't really eat a lot of Filipino food, but I can eat some turon. I got a piece of turon from Ramby's.
Okay.
I got two. Let's
be honest here, right?
Right. My mom bought me 2 pieces. She didn't eat it, but I ate it.
Yeah. I think desserts from a lot of the ethnicities on Guam from around the region are just Guam is like a real good melting pot for food, right?
Right.
Japan,
you're a melting pot of people.
Yeah, people. And yeah, I mean, I love me some Filipino desserts. Mes Chamorro's coming up, so I'm super stoked for all the desserts at Mes Chamorro.
So, you might have to rejoin us next month.
Let's do it.
It is literally right around the corner.
Let's do it.
And are you Chamorro, by the way?
Yes.
Just
yeah.
I am too.
Yeah, but I get the Filipino thing a lot.
Yeah, so do I. But I'm part Filipino as well. So.
Okay. Dive in.
Okay.
So, as you dive in, right, you can see the layer of pineapple on top of the cake.
Right.
Right. And then the cream's there, and there's toasted coconut on top. So good.
And I love fruit actually too in my dessert. So this is a very good example of fruit accompanying a very, very rich dessert.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you tried this one before?
I have.
You have. It's my favorite.
But I'm going to act like I haven't. No, I haven't. Oh, Jason wants to show. So, again, I'm looking at a layer of like some sort of cream. I'm not sure if it's buttercream. Pineapple. And cake. This is what Guam should taste like. Toasted coconut.
I agree.
Oh, Joan, you are
Joan.
right on time. Oh my gosh.
We just dove into my favorite dessert from Gourmet Guam. Tropical Delight. And you have to try. Wait, does Joan have a fork?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she can choose mine.
Oh no, that's actually. Fine, please.
Your favorite too?
That is my favorite too.
Is it really?
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay, tell me why, Joan. Tell me why.
I've always liked like the pineapple upside down cake.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, when you add like whipped cream to it or whatever, it's just I don't know. And there's just something about like Gourmet Guam's that is like it's just one of my favorite cakes. I'm gonna end up probably eating all of this.
I know.
You know what I love about Gourmet Guam is it's not even the toppings or anything. The cake itself in general is
that was
so
very
good.
moist.
It's so moist. You can eat it by itself. Just the cake, no frosting.
Few things are more tragic than a dry cake, but
So true.
but you know, you put good icing or ice cream actually helps the dry cake. Or the trash can. But that's really good. That's something that I wouldn't. I was just saying, Joan, that this is what Guam should taste like. It has all the tropical flavors.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty accurate. That's accurate.
If we had was it like the state flour? We had the state flour. We had like the state dessert. It
the
could
state
be
cake. I know there's cake chamorro. There's chamorro cake, but you know.
Yeah.
That's great. But this is like our millennial.
Wait, have you tried this before?
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay.
I think you snuck one to me one day.
Okay, that's right. Yes.
It was just that one. Actually, it was probably last week. Right, but I can barely remember it because I ate it. I just kind of shoveled it in my face.
Where you didn't even, it was so quick, like you didn't even take a picture of it before for Instagram?
Nope. And I was looking around like, oh, ma'am, everybody's in the office, but if I just be quiet and eat it without anybody hearing me, I won't have to share it.
There you go.
Oh, no. Yep. Oh, I always share.
So what should we move on to now?
We can
you want to stick with gourmet? Or move on to
gosh.
You have a contender over
Sure,
there.
you know what? Let's do it. Let's move on and we'll talk about something that I love, and I went here 2 days in a row because I love it so much. And you know, it's Valentine's Day. I forgot to ask. Did you give anyone a Valentine? You have a Valentine, Derrick?
Not this year, I don't. But when I went to Gourmet Guam this morning, they were assuming I did because all my haul. It's like, oh wow, she's so lucky, and I was like, man, there's actually 2 of them, right? That I'm meeting, right? that I'm gonna share with. And they're like, oh my god, how'd you pull that off? I was like, oh yeah, it's for a podcast.
I thought you were gonna be like aggressive and be like, what? A man can enjoy sweets?
Yeah, I can't gift myself or Valentine's myself this year.
Well, consider this your Valentine's gift from us because
awesome.
I'm sharing Purisco with you. It's Patisserie Purisco. They've been, I don't even know how many years they've been operating here. Just a handful already. And it's a French, Asian, San Franciscoan patisserie.
Yeah. I love it. Oh my god.
The owner is like a Chinese, Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband's French.
Yes.
Well, they're the owners.
Yes.
And and I've gone there twice. It's kind of embarrassing. I kind of hide my face. There was one guy who knows my name there. Like, he knows.
We have to go where everyone knows your name, right?
No, that's embarrassing. And when we go, when I used to work in Aguon, I'd go with my one of my best friends, Derrick, and we can buy $30 worth of desserts just between us. We sit in the car and we eat it. Have you ever got? Obviously, you've had some Perisco.
Oh, come on, I've had. I see that you have something there.
I know, we're like this way.
I know. I'm trying to build to it.
I'm just like,
so,
I think I've had that before, but I'm gonna make you explain it first.
This morning, my lovely wife Terry left me my. There was a fly. Jason, can you get that fly out of here? Oh my gosh, he's in the background. What is going on here? She left me a box, right? They have their like special boxes they gave out for Valentine's Day, and I have a box, a cake, just for me of this chocolate temptation cake, which is my absolute number one favorite cake at Patisserie Perisco. It's really like French. It's like a French patisserie. I've been to France, but I gotta tell you, I like Patisserie Perisco better.
Really?
Yes.
That's a big thing. That's awesome.
I absolutely do. And now, this is actually one of the cakes they had when they first kind of opened, right? Joan, you remember?
I think so, yeah.
The chocolate temptation, and it is chocolate ganache on the outside. What is it? Like, it's like a mousse chocolate cake and like a Nutella, and it's like hazelnut.
I'm like looking at these and these is like, open it already, Lacee.
The wafer, like the wafer bottom.
She's explaining it like this, like holding it right here. And she's like, yeah, you know, it's just like chocolate ganache. And
because I like you guys, I'm going to share it. I have a whole cake of this, but we'll talk about it. Nutella is one of the most kind of like popular things nowadays, right? The hazelnut chocolate.
Let's dive right into this, guys. Look at this.
You gotta peel it. It's like a. Well, we want you to see it, so.
Yeah, we want you to see it.
I feel like when you opened it, it had like the.
Damn, that looks great. Sheesh.
It does look great, and
rich.
It is rich. It's kind of on the higher end scale of. How much are these cakes? Like a couple bucks, $3, $4?
Man,
I'm guessing $5.
Yeah. These are like $4, I believe.
All right. So this is almost $8 for one little slice here. It's a big. I once had a slice that was really small. I was gonna freaking call them and be like, "Y'all need to give me more. This is not fair." It was a gift, but I still. But I have a whole cake at my house right now.
You keep reiterating that.
Because
I get it, Lacee.
I just opened the fridge, looked at it, and I'm like, gotta go. Yeah. All right. Peel it. Do the honors. Right. Peel it.
Okay.
So like Nutella, it is kind of like a hazelnut. It has that hazelnutty flavor, or that, in fact, that crispiness in the bottom of the crust is like a wafer.
You didn't mention that. Okay, now I'm very intrigued because I really like stuff like that, like different textures.
So and that's what I think is important about desserts, that they're not just this one note thing, one note sweet sugary thing. Okay. That's my favorite.
Dang, it looks good. Okay.
So what's the first thing you sense there, Joan?
That's not overly sweet. You would think that a straight up, like all chocolate, like something like chocolate temptation cake would be overly sweet. But it's not. I'm like a fan of dark chocolate, so there's that hint of dark chocolate that I get that I really enjoy.
And that's the one thing that I remember Shizuka over there at Perisco was saying, because of the different styles that they are bringing in together, the Asian part, that's a little less sweet and not overwhelming, but decadent. Is this a special cake? Do you feel that this is special with all that layering?
This is a very special cake.
Well, for that price, I would be very selective as to who I would get that for. It would probably be just for me, but it would be very selective as to who I get it for.
True.
Oh. Yeah. I've had this for my birthday before too, or actually I probably bought it for Terry, really buying it for me, and we wiped it out. Took us about a week to wipe it out, but we wiped it out.
It's so good.
It's the kind of cake that you would want to get chocolate wasted on. You know?
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of? That scene in Matilda.
Oh, where the
Brucey
just
Brucey, and he just kills like a whole a huge, giant chocolate cake. Like when I bit into it, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. You can do it, Bruce. Right.
So Perisco is like in Tamuning somewhere, and it's not a shop that you can sit down and eat at. It was at one point, but you got to take it and then eat it in your car. Yeah.
It's that good where you don't even you can't even wait that long. You can't even wait till. Then that's why it's strategic. You buy what you need to get, right, and then you get like a couple extra to eat on the way.
There you go.
Strategy.
Right, and that's what Foodie Call is about. We're really trying to enhance your life here, make it these tips so that life is better.
Yeah.
Life is sweeter.
Life is actually sweeter. Okay. All right. So we got to say bye to you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we can chat all this later.
We'll revisit that later.
Shoot.
Definitely.
All right. What you got there, Derrick?
Okay. Let's go dive into. Let's go stick with the cake, right? Now I got a classic. And they even put a little heart because it's Valentine's Day, right? I got Gourmet Guam's classic red velvet cake right here.
So you know it's a classic flavor for wedding cakes.
Yeah, I had to get the classic. They had so many other options. They have like pistachio,
which is good too.
Yeah, it's good. All their stuff is really good, but I had to get the classic, man.
So it's not quite a chocolate cake, but there is some cocoa in red velvet, which is why people kind of like that. They love red velvet. Mm-hmm. Is it a southern thing? Man, I feel like I didn't do my research.
I don't know.
And we could do, because red velvet is so popular nowadays. Now you don't have to get married to have red velvet cake, obviously.
That's true. Yeah.
And what about the frosting here? What do you know of it?
Man, I really don't know much. I just know it's good. Like I said, right, in the beginning, is that when something's really good, I rarely ask questions. Like it's just, hey, it is what it is.
Let's find out.
It is what it is. Let's just,
All right, let's eat it.
Try some Lacee first. Yeah.
Jason, I'm sorry. Jason is off camera here. Did you want
some, Jace?
I know you've been dying like, I'm so hungry. I'm going to eat this before you guys come in. He was really like a...
You guys are killing me because I'm the one who's lactose intolerant.
Oh,
that's right.
Cream.
Sorry.
Next week we're talking about ice cream.
So in terms of dessert, no doubt, ice cream is one of the top desserts.
God,
if not the top dessert that Americans eat.
We can get into that. We should get into that.
Right. And we couldn't really bring that here, so we're going to have to do maybe a remote or have some sort of special accommodations. But I can go on and on and on about ice cream and gelato.
Yes, Lacee, we have to do it. I mean, if we don't, we can...
that will
start it now and then I can talk.
Derrick, if you haven't been to Italy, you need to go to Italy and just eat gelato every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner like I did.
Can I just ask you guys, okay, just looking at this, is this the cream cheese frosting, or is this the frosting that's very, very light? Like it's very
light.
It's very okay. I like that one. I've had that before. That's very good because the frosting does not dominate the cake.
It does not at all. It does have a tiny tang of cream cheese.
There's tang in it?
Oh. No.
Yes.
Sign me up.
Oh man,
that's good.
So good.
I was thinking this was just going to be a cupcake. No,
that ain't your.
That's really good.
Regular cupcake.
The frosting makes it too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it. I love Gourmet Guam.
And just like that's very sweet. Or the unofficial Guam cake.
Oh, the Tropical Delight. Yeah.
Tropical Delight. But this is nice, and I mean, I love sweet. Are you kidding me? Look at me. I love sweet. That is delicious.
Yeah.
Really, Jason? Oh man, you're really lactose intolerant.
Not even just the cake.
Yes, I'm really lactose intolerant.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then we're gonna end that conversation.
Yes. This is the hell that is my life.
Okay, everybody, take a swig.
Oh yeah.
Of course, DC would have a Moscow.
I wish it was a mule. That would be fun.
Right. I would like to do stuff. Hook me up there, Derrick. We'll have you.
For which one?
Bring on. We'll talk later.
Okay, you got it.
Things that you can try.
I'm actually trying to enforce a bar cart for every department. Right, like we'll have a bar cart in news, we'll have a bar cart in sales, we'll have a bar cart in master control. Right, like I'm trying to. Well, I'm working on it. Maybe Eli and Marie.
Wait, did you guys go through those lovely cream puffs already?
Oh, you did.
I had one, and I was interesting because I was curious because all the cream puffs I've had to date have typically been puff pastry, as you would expect, puff.
No, that's not what cream puffs are. Cream puff is.
Oh, really?
Cream puff is not puff pastry.
I've always thought it was because that almost tastes like it's almost like a croissant.
Right.
Which is really good.
Yeah.
A cream puff is made of choux dough, like pot de choux. No?
Ah.
So,
now.
we might as well break it out.
Yeah, let's bring it out. Now I'm learning.
Cream puff knowledge,
right?
Here.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we got these cream puffs.
I mean, I was called cream puff in high school, but that's for a completely different idea.
That's hilarious.
Okay, well, for a separate podcast episode, we'll call it like how I did not try out for football.
You got it.
Things like eclairs. It is. I want to say it's French, but it's a dough where they beat the eggs in. And they cook while it's on the stove, they kind of cook the butter into the flour, and then they beat the eggs in, and the dough is actually heated and cooked before, not cooked but kind of heated together to form this kind of pastry dough. And I've never seen this before. I see one that's a different color. What's that?
I was gonna say, is it different?
We're gonna have to fight over this.
Yeah, no. Okay, so I got 3 each. Right, I got 3 each, but Jason took one.
Is there like a hint of like a strawberry tinge in
It's strawberry.
Oh, is that the one that you ate, Jason? So
I did. Oh, and I'm assuming there's strawberry cream inside.
Yeah, so there's caramel, and then there's the regular cream, and then there's strawberry.
Should we start with the baseline?
Regular cream?
Sure. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Honestly, there's no order for this one.
I just wanted to point out, can you guys believe that we actually get paid to do this?
Well, Jason, I bought these desserts myself, so technically I'm paying for you guys to try it.
Chalk it up.
Don't worry, we're gonna work something out.
It's the KUAM expense account.
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard about anything like that, but don't worry about it. And the reason I'm very passionate about really good food, and I'm glad that Derrick DC is here to share it with us because he's passionate about food. Joan is passionate about food. You know, we're food buddies. And I really want people who've step outside of the box, try these things that we have, like this strawberry one. All right, so
they actually switched it up. So if you look in the bottom, right, it's red, right? But this one is the regular cream, right? Oh. But this one is actually the strawberry.
Whoa!
Right?
My mind's getting blown.
They're trying to trick us. Right?
Does it really matter though?
Yeah, they're trying to trick you so that when you get the wrong one that you don't want, you go back and you get more. Okay. Way to go,
based on when I tried this, it's very, very filling. It's very one will do you good.
Yeah,
I don't think this is the one where you can eat like 3 or 4, and I mean you certainly could. That would be gluttonous, and
I feel like
Jason, is that a challenge, Jason? Are you?
I mean, hey, let your freak flag fly.
That's why
tell me I can't do something, and I'm gonna do it.
This is Foodie Call. We don't put boundaries on ourselves here.
Come on, Jason.
Except for lactose intolerance
and allergies.
Right. And allergies.
Food allergies.
And yes, that was supposed to be this week's episode, but we'll do it next week or some other time. Food allergies, because all right, what you got?
I'm diving into the regular cream.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the
Joan, what did you got? You also got the regular cream.
Oh, you got the caramel. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's just like caramel on top?
Yeah, the caramel is the one. Yeah, that's strawberry.
Oh, man.
This is the regular cream. Remember, there's a caramel.
All right. This also has a caramel. You must have had a regular one,
They
Jace.
did? Oh, man. So they didn't have it today, but they also have a tiramisu one flavor.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
Yeah. They didn't have it today.
Okay, question from the disembodied voice. How do you actually pronounce that word?
Am I saying it wrong?
Caramel?
No.
Tiramisu.
Because if you grow up on Guam, they say tiramisu. Some people say tiramisu.
Oh, I heard. Okay, that's probably correct.
I guess it depends where in the world you grew up.
That's probably correct.
Right.
If people are in the States, a lot of people say tiramisu.
Well,
the accent is in the wrong syllable.
Right, the Italian accent, like spaghetti. The middle vowel is usually like really.
Oh, you never watch Austin Powers?
No, but it's the one that's accentuated. So tiramisu, I don't know. Who cares? It's delicious, and I love tiramisu.
Dude, these cream puffs are good. Like, you can clearly taste the difference from that, and then that one in the freezer at Payless. Like, we can clearly taste the difference. Yeah.
This is actually really embarrassing because I'm pretending like no one's watching.
Oh, we did get a comment on a previous episode of Foodie Call, the one about dipped in chocolate. They said, this show, according to the commenter, is the most delicious podcast on the internet.
Well, you know what?
That's high praise.
Wow, Lace.
Well, thank you.
That's a great statement. Yeah.
We're doing all the heavy lifting for you guys.
It's a tough job, but you know.
So I had a little bit of that caramel on top, which just took this kind of sweet, pastry cream, and gave it that complex caramel flavor.
I like how you kind of broke down the cream puff. I just like ate it. Popped it in.
Yeah, just like, yeah.
Honestly, I need to go on a diet, and I'm scared, like, gosh, I can't just go crazy every time I go out. So I'm trying to savor this. All right, let's try the strawberry one. Oh, you tried the strawberry one.
Strawberry. I didn't try it yet. Oh, you did.
Strawberry. I tried the caramel one.
Oh,
sure, I'll just take half.
The strawberry is my favorite, guys.
Oh, look at that.
It's my favorite.
Can you see that? It's nice and full. Your favorite? I didn't know this existed.
Yeah, that one's my favorite. Yeah, I'll take the other half.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, you had this one, right? Or no, you had caramel.
All right.
But I have tried that one. That's really good.
It tastes like a strawberry ice cream.
Yeah, that one's my favorite.
I gotta eat the other half, all right? So give me a second here, guys. Back up. All right. Yummy. Thanks so much for sharing that with us.
Great.
All right. And let's bring out my next
Yes, I've been
next offering.
I've been eyeing it this whole time.
What's that nice color? Almost too pretty.
I'm gonna let you. I might have an idea of what it is, but I'm gonna let you explain.
No, I'm gonna just drink clean out my mouth because this is fantastic. I love. My mouth is so almost overwhelmed with sweetness, but not. I am ready. I want more. Okay.
I feel bad that I didn't bring a dessert for y'all to try. There's always part two.
There's
part two, part three.
We have to do a part two.
I think there's so much that you could fit into desserts and pastries of sorts. So there will definitely be a part two.
I'm just gonna hide this right here.
I agree.
Don't worry, guys. I'll share it afterwards.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we're gonna go right back to Perisco.
Glorious.
And I asked this morning what this was called because I just know it as the Earl Tea. The Earl Tea cake, and I totally forgot what it was called. But Sabrina, what is Sabrina? Like the queen of KUAM news? Yeah.
I like that title.
She just does everything. She does absolutely everything. It all. I don't know who gave it to her. She went and she just bought it. But she bought a whole cake of this one day.
Is that fondant?
It is not.
Oh, I was thinking.
Gotcha. Like
no, because of the sheen that comes off it, like that nice little glow. Mm-hmm. I've only seen that on fondant.
I love how you pronounce some words where there's like a tomato type of thing.
Oh, like I said, how the croissant and the fondant but then tiramisu.
This is really awful of me to not know what the name of the cake is. I am a terrible person.
No, there's I heard it's Earl Grey.
It is the Earl Grey.
What's the name?
Cake here. I'm trying to look it up here. All right. Have you guys had this before?
No.
I have.
Joan, you have not.
I have. The best thing, one of the first things I really like about this is the color.
Yes.
That color is just awesome.
So I gotta say that I'm really I'm skeptical about this because of the color, because it's like, oh, this looks so kind of fake, you know. All of a sudden I don't know how to use Instagram. It's freaking stupid. Sometimes my brain thinks dessert means chocolate. Okay. That's what I go for. I look at this and it does not scream chocolate.
It actually looks like a bigger size petit four.
Right, it does.
Yeah.
You have to help. You have to tell them what a petit four is.
Yeah, what is that?
It does look like a petit four.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
Petit fours are little tiny concoctions where it looks like a candy from the outside, but it's actually layers of cake. It's like small. People usually give it around like the holidays.
Very,
I've never had it.
Very European.
I know what I'm bringing then.
There we go.
Part two. On part two. Petit fours.
All right, now I'm scrolling. I'm looking at the time, thinking, oh, we gotta hurry up and wrap this up soon. But not really. Why? Joan, you have somebody coming in though, right? So we are gonna.
I will be sugar wasted for that
right? Or like really excited, like oh gosh. Okay, all right. So anyway, let's just try it. Jason, man, should we just take a picture with it though before we start, like, or with all of us here before we of this mess? Like, should we look?
Oh
yeah.
All of us here. Okay, thanks for waiting, guys. As we take our picture before we eat this stuff.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I love it.
All right, y'all. There's a knife, Joan, please. Why don't you dive in?
Like horrible at like cutting like.
Oh, right
cakes.
there, Derrick. You can do it.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it.
50 Shades of Grey
50
cake.
Shades. Oh my gosh.
Am I right?
So stupid. Woo! It is a 50 Shades cake. Wait,
Winner gets half the cake.
Here is my. All right, go for it.
50 Shades. So how should I cut this?
Whatever, just put your knife through it so we can see what it looks like.
Maybe he needs to be blindfolded as he's cutting the cake since it's 50.
Oh my god.
Oh god, no.
I'm just gonna cut it like this. I hope you don't mind.
Blindfold him. We can walk out with it.
I'm just gonna cut it like this.
I already know.
My gosh!
I already know the comments are gonna get
like a little mini slice, right?
They're gonna be like.
I'm ruining it now though. Okay, I'm just gonna put this down so you can see the inside.
All right, what does it look like in there?
Look at this.
So I don't know if you can show our viewers. Joan,
forget comments. Someone needs to teach Lacee how to cut.
Yeah, I told you.
No rules, guys. No rules.
Now you can have this slice.
So we'll let you go ahead and try it first, Joan, since you got the name of it correct-ish, and we have tried this before.
Oh, you guys have?
I
yes.
have.
Oh, I'm
this
sorry.
Was actually my 5-year-old niece's birthday cake.
Oh my
God. My sister got
for a 5-year-old the 50 Shades cake.
Yeah. So me and my niece, we share the same birthday, right? In July, and she received this for her birthday cake, and I got a really whole tray of Gourmet Guam Tropical Delight.
Oh my god,
that's really good. Really loud.
I told you that's my favorite cake.
No, that is.
But this is really good too. When I had this, oh my god.
All right, let's do it. Let's just eat it.
Yeah. Let's go.
So the bottom, or it's definitely layered. It has this kind of.
This is a thing of beauty. Look at that. God.
It is really good.
What would we even call
this? It's a sophisticated taste, I feel. Like, wow. Not everyone I think would,
You got that Earl Grey tea flavor, right? It's the first thing that hits your tongue if you get this glossy exterior, kind of like a little bit of a gelatin. Oh my gosh, and like that bergamot flavor.
I was gonna say, like, I've never been there, but it tastes very rich. It tastes like the Hamptons or something.
Right. Oh, put your pinky up as you eat this.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm not very well traveled. For me, I'd be like, that tastes like Jonestown.
I feel like we need.
Paris Acres.
That is definitely.
There you go.
Oh, practically a Jonestown cake. It's right. It's from Oka.
We need to be wearing like those big like top hats and.
Hopefully, we won't be trying any of the Jonestown Kool-Aid.
All right. So.
What is that? What is on top?
I don't know. Try it.
Let's go see.
Oh my gosh. It's just a cream or whatever.
Yeah.
This is also one of my favorite desserts, that I'm sharing with you guys because of the complexity of it. Because it tastes like chocolate cake. Here, let me just review it here. There's a tiny bit of chocolate cake in the bottom. Different kinds of like mousse.
Yeah. Is that single serving for one person? Because obviously 3 of you are eating this, and you all look very, very satisfied. But could one person eat that whole thing in one sitting?
Absolutely. It's pretty much...
There you go again with those challenges, Jace.
Jace, tell me I can't do it.
The only reason that
Tell me I can't finish all of this stuff here right now.
We are sharing it because we want to be able to experience different things, Jason. No, yeah, you can totally eat that by yourself. It is like
so unique.
$8 slice of heaven. That's great. I don't even know how many. I think it's almost $8. Yeah, you don't even know what it tastes like. I wish you could try it. I think there's milk in there. Obviously, it's.
Well, you ate the cream puff, so I don't understand. Or did you not? It'd be weird if you just ate around the cream. Did you eat the whole cream puff?
Okay, one of the reasons why I'm off camera right now is I'm standing closer to the restroom than I am to the microphone. All right. Don't want to ruin your appetite.
Stop bringing this up.
Okay, so basically you're eating all of this incredibly dairy-rich food in front of me, which looks, and I can only assume, tastes amazing. Next thing you know, like Alyssa Milano's gonna like walk through the door and say, "Okay, I'm yours." This day is like torturous.
Where were you when we broke out the pie? The apple pie. There's no dairy in that I know of. I mean milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apple pie is not the same if it's not a la mode. Just saying.
But you can't have a la mode. Okay, never mind. Let's stop talking about Jason's problems here and let's get back to the cake because we got to wrap it up soon.
I got 99 problems, but a cake ain't one.
Yeah. And I love this 50 Shades cake.
Well, you got a bunch of them, right? You can be here all day.
God.
Should we go into the
last thing?
The grand finale that I brought. So this one is a holiday favorite, obviously on Guam, and I'm so happy because now this is regularly available.
Right. What holiday? You mean like Tuesday? Wednesday? Thursday?
Oh.
Payday.
Happy hour? Payday?
It is a payday.
In 4 days?
Payday
It's the
thing.
good old pumpkin crunch from Gourmet Guam. Right?
This one I've had.
This
around
is amazing.
Thanksgiving.
Like the layer of
The ratio?
The ratio from filling to cream on top to everything. I don't know. The base. Then we're going to get into that thing again. Is it pecans or is it pecans?
Pecans.
Pecans?
I prefer pecans.
Pecans, yeah. This is one of my favorite things to buy. And I love it because Foodies in the Ganya.
Is on your way?
Yeah, and they usually have like 7 stocked. Like 7, not that I need all 7. Right? But
not that you don't want all 7.
I'm just like, they have it there, and it's so good.
So when I go out and I see this product right on the shelf, okay, first thing I ask is, who made that? Who made that? Who made that? Because I want to know where I can get it again and again, and I want to make sure that it doesn't disappear off the radar, or it's only served towards the end of the year. Yeah. Guys, let's eat this, and let's talk about why this is so important. Pumpkin crunch, right?
Dive in first.
Go.
Have you had this, Lacee?
I have because Sabrina brought it, of course.
I have because I saw
it's on my way.
Well, okay. Also, I've bought this by myself. You know.
It's so good. Yeah.
It
Happy
must
Thanksgiving.
be good. None of you saying anything.
Happy Thanksgiving.
No.
Happy Thanksgiving. Wow.
All right.
That's really good.
So I love pumpkin pie. Okay. Mm-hmm. And the thing about pumpkin pie, though, sometimes the crust kind of sucks. Mm-hmm. This takes pumpkin pie and just blasts it. The crust is like this buttery nut crumble, right? Like a nut crumble, which is basically made of butter and nuts, a little bit of flour. And a little bit of salt, I think, because you can taste that.
You can. Mm-hmm. You can.
And then the creamy pumpkin filling. Look at all the things, guys, that we have tried today. Look at this. And we can still go to this last piece out of trying like 5 different things, and still it's fantastic. I don't even have that palate fatigue yet.
Yeah.
Sugar palate fatigue.
No, I'm totally gonna balut on some of
I know.
this.
I really want to hurry up and wrap this up so that we can eat this like off camera.
We're being very polite with
and the cream, right? The cream on top. Let's stop being polite.
Yeah.
This isn't the show where you're polite about things.
No.
I'm just gonna get that top so that we can taste it.
Jason, you can't have this, right? Yeah.
So what if we scrape up? Well, then it wouldn't be as.
But then I would have double the cream on top. That would be fantastic.
It's
that cream is light and it takes all the sweetness and just cuts it for you. No, man. High five, guys. High five right here. Just gonna
High five.
Bam.
Because
you guys have eaten so much sugar in the last 48 minutes and 36 seconds. Can you guys do my taxes and paint my house? Or
we're gonna have a big crash.
This is what I do, man.
Right.
I love desserts. Sheesh. So wait, your go-to dessert was?
Well, my regular go-to every day. Not every day, but just like, I'm not going out of my way is definitely the apple pie.
Okay, but your favorite dessert?
My favorite dessert is probably the chocolate temptation cake, which is off camera. I mean, like my longtime favorite. Like we have developed a relationship kind of cake.
Yeah, there's an emotional attachment to that cake.
Right, and you?
Got it.
What was your pick here today? What was your pick?
Oh,
we already know.
Which? Oh, the pumpkin crunch?
Not the pumpkin crunch.
Oh, the tropical delight is my favorite cake. But I'm talking in general, though. Like, what's your favorite dessert?
My favorite dessert could be ice cream.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Lactose intolerant people need not apply to our next to that episode. Yeah. How about you, Joan? What's your
I'll be on the side with my goat's milk.
Actually, ice cream too. Ice cream is for me. It's when you had a rough day or like you want to watch Netflix and then you're just there with your ice cream, and you can never go wrong with ice cream.
Sorry, Jason.
Yeah. How about the selection here?
Yeah,
Joan?
wait. So that's your favorite dessert?
Out of everything here?
No, like in general, like what's your
in general?
Dessert? Yeah.
Oh, it's ice cream.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I've
been to so many great. I mean, obviously, I haven't been to Italy, where that can compare to you, like in terms of gelato. But I've been to some really great ice cream shops, like in the Bay Area, in Houston, and Seattle,
and Guam too. Hey.
Guam.
I don't think we're suffering here. I think we're doing just fine.
I don't think so.
All right. Okay. Anyone have anything else to say here so that we can close out the show and eat in private?
No, I think we are sweetly satisfied.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you for joining me here on Foodie Call, and we'll see you we'll have you back next week. Sure, probably.
No, yeah, whenever we're ready. Yeah.
All right. Adios.
Bye.